Can I fool you? And you have me. Sounded so easy. Ooh. But I got lost and you found me so easily. But then the world said, please tread softly. Don't leave scratches on my skin. Always simple, it's complexity. Always begging me to let you in. I follow your silhouette, followed so easy. Give in to me. Ooh. And the answer is a mystery, spoken softly like a sacred sin. Time was empty, no reality, losing grip on what we had within. Can I fool you? Can I fool you? Can I fool you? Can I fool you? I follow your silhouette, followed so easy. Ooh. And round we went, yet to give in to me. Ooh. And the answer is a mystery, spoken softly like a sacred sin. Time was empty, no reality, losing grip on what we had within. Can I fool you? Can I fool you? Can I fool you? Can I fool you? And you have me. Sounded so easy. Ooh. But I got lost and you found me so easily. But then the world said, please tread softly. Don't leave scratches on my skin. Always simple, it's complexity. Always begging me to let
Hello, everybody. There we go. How are you all doing? Hi. Tractainer, hello. Pyre, hello. Ignition, hello. Neon, hi. I can read a little better than I could yesterday, but not exceptionally well. Let's see. I'm gonna like accidentally face reveal one of these days. I can feel it in my bones. But hello, it's good to see everybody. I kind of like, again, I didn't have any ideas on exactly what I wanted to stream or talk about today, but I had a cute outfit I wanted to wear, so cute outfit. And I have my hair today, which doesn't look that different from the wig that I had on yesterday. It's just not as long and not quite as crazy looking. I wasn't super feeling the quite how crazy the wig looked. But yeah, and then I have my mask. To nobody's surprise. I can't even remember where I got this. It was so long ago, and it was funny because it was like before, I ever got into like the puppy audios or anything like that. Military fatigues, Salem in stores now. Not quite military fatigues, it's more grandma's couch. It's sort of, let me get the pattern up close. It's sort of a paisley, I think? Yeah. But, got some pockets and everything in it. Sort of a distressed grandmother's coat vibe. A Salem stream at a time I could see. Nice! I'm glad. It's good to see you. I'm glad you could catch it. Grandma ain't messing around. Absolutely not. It's like, I can definitely see like the military vibes like that you could see from this like angle, or like the fatigues, like just like with a formal military dress kind of thing, but like from afar, like when you can see the full thing, it's got sort of a flowy bottom to it, and it definitely reads grandma. Oh, thank you so much. I got it on a website called Closet Child. It's one of my favorite websites to order like fashion stuff on. It's a secondhand Japanese like kind of like they have a range of styles. They have like more punky stuff. They have like Visual K for anybody who's 800 years old and remembers that. But they have like more like Lolita style and quite a breadth of stuff, just sort of alternative Japanese fashion. And this is where I got this, and that was like, it was like $25 or something. Plus sizing options, probably I would not imagine so, unfortunately, just because it's mostly Japanese clothing. It's like based out of Japan, ships out of Japan. I've actually, like, I went into their stores a couple times, which was really cool when I was there, because that was a shop that I'd been ordering from online since I was like 12. I think 12 or 13 was like the first time I asked my parents to order something for me from there, so this is my oh, I'm so sorry. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and start munching on my cookie. I got, like I said, it's one of those like Oreo Loft House cookies. They're so good. They're delicious. Not Twitch holding your comment, or your Automod holding your comment. There we go. That looks so tasty. I know, they're so good. I have to I have to usually cut them in half to stop myself from devouring the whole thing. But since this was for stream, I decided to give myself a treat. Back to Amazon women's clearance aisle for us. Oh no. I'm so sorry. I will say, I think for like trans clothing options and stuff, I think Ross and Marshalls especially are like, honestly, like the sizing and stuff and sort of the like the styles and stuff they get are like kind of alternative sometimes, at least for me. Like, I guess I'm in the subset of queer people who all dress somewhat alternatively, but like, honestly, fashion options though have gotten a lot better from, this is just sort of speaking generally now, not necessarily in relation to like trans clothing, but like fashion options and stuff, trans friendly clothing, I guess I should say. I was trying to figure out how to word that. Like, even going to Walmart and stuff nowadays, I'll like find like multiple clothing items that I'm like, this isn't just like wearable, this is cool. Like, I legitimately like this. And I got my strawberry milk. Not kidding around about my strawberry milk. Oh my god, I got a craving for like specifically pink Nesquik artificial strawberry milk when I was in Japan, and it was so, like, there was nowhere. I was not finding that anywhere. Couldn't get it shipped to me or anything, at least not easily or affordably. Oh, it was that was probably one of the worst cravings that I had while I was there, because it was just for like weeks. I was like, I want a full glass of just strawberry milk so bad. And they're like, they had strawberry milk, but a lot of the time it was like with like strawberry chunks in it or something. It was like actual strawberries in their milk, and I was like, I don't want that. I want the fake. I want the bad American stuff. Strawberry milk. Forgot that existed. Memories unlocked. Yeah. I had the same thing when I remembered it existed a few years back. There we go. And I was like, oh yeah, let's get some of this and try it. And funny enough, the first time I tried it again, I remembered I didn't really care for it. I was like, oh, this kind of tastes like poison. But then I guess I just got used to the artificial taste again. Because now it tastes like delicious. I was going to say it tastes like, the first thing out of my mouth was going to be, it tastes like dreams and delicious. And I was like, shut the fuck up. Don't say that. Off-brand Shakespeare wannabe ass. I should try some one day. Ew, chunky drink. Yeah, oh, chunky drink is so bad. Chunky drink is so bad unless it's boba. And then it's not a chunky drink, because I don't like the word chunky. Kill the part of you that cringes. It's as dead as I've managed to be able to kill it so far. Prefer my milk without pulp. Yeah, me too. Ugh. I can't do with the strawberries. The actual like strawberry mush in it. Speak as you will. I will try. There's just some stuff that I say and I'm like, okay, fairy, you don't need to you don't need to be quite so fluorescent, let's say. Just sometimes I start speaking real flowery. I'm like, this isn't necessary. Bitch is gonna start speaking in iambic pentameter by accident. There's a couple like ASM artists that have done role plays that did like very poetic sort of role plays for like Oberon and stuff, and like Fey Kings and Fey Princes and whatever. And they'll actually like speak in rhyme and poetry and stuff, and even if it's like pre-written, it's always so impressive to me. And I just like, because I've tried it and I'm just not good at it. I can do like, I prefer to focus on the cadence. You know, like I can do my sort of lull into different words and sort of go back and forth between different tones. But like so I can get sort of a poetic vibe to what I'm saying in terms of the tone, but I can't really get like a good flow or like rhyme scheme or anything that I like. Let's see. What was the other day? There's no normal orange juice anymore. There's no pulp, medium pulp, high pulp, and vitamin C. I would argue that no pulp is the default normal orange juice, but I suppose I can see the argument for medium pulp being the normal. I can't with that. I can't with the pulpy orange juice. It's just it's too much. The texture, it's bad for me. Yeah, it's just like I'm sorry, one second. I'm looking at my okay, I was looking at my music and I wasn't seeing any like movement in the audio mixer, and I was like, that's playing, correct? Salem 2, yes. Hello, Lilin. Good to see you. The woke Salem mob is coming for our pulp. Absolutely, I'm absolutely coming for it to get rid of it. Pulp fiction? I wish pulp was fiction. I wish it didn't exist. That feels a bit extreme, but I'm gonna stick with it now that I've said it. I love chewing my orange juice / serious. I can't relate to that experience. I mean, as I think I've talked about multiple times at this point, I like, it's just textures. I have such a hard time with like either unexpected textures or just like there are certain textures that I can't do, like melons in general, like watermelon. Like I always describe it as being like if sand could be soggy. That's like all like watermelon, like what is it, like honeydew. Don't like it. Got a really cute cardigan in the mail today. Ooh, I'm glad. Love getting to put some cute outfits together. I literally assembled like all of my clothes in like what stuff is sort of stream safe and that it covers me in certain ways that I would prefer to be covered for streams, and I was like, so now I have the sort of a set ensemble. It's not very much. It's not as much as I wish it was, but I was thinking about for my like on Throne. I haven't used that in a long time, but I was kind of thinking about starting to add some stuff that's like just sort of things to wear on stream if anybody, I don't know, like wants to see it or whatever. But like, you know, dress up doll Salem. But I was thinking about adding some stuff on there that's more stream, that would be a stream friendly clothing, and then also maybe some cosplay. I thought like I don't really cosplay anymore because I don't go to cons anymore, which I want to start doing again. It's a big step, but hopefully I'm hoping maybe one this year, if not this year, next year. And that's at least partially because I want to save to go back to Japan, because I want to go back so bad. Love my soggy sand drink. I do love a nice a boba drink, but that's as close as I'll get to any soggy sand drink. Watermelon being a bit like eating floral can I speak English? Floral foam blocks. We got there. Yeah, I can see that texture actually. That's a really good way of describing it too. I think that actually might be even a little bit better. Like sort of slightly waterlogged floral foam. I'm so glad for the return to streaming. Part of me wishes I kept myself up. I would have like no. I appreciate the people that kept up like sub and everything. I didn't even really realize it. It was kind of going on in the background, but it's very much appreciated. The people that have done it, but it honestly, like, No. I wasn't streaming. I wasn't doing anything. I suppose it got you some emotes, but I don't know if that's worth it. I was gonna go to a con this year, but I forgot exactly what day it was, and I made a tattoo appointment on the same day. Oh no! Well, I hope your tattoo is really fun and special and cool, though. I'm so sorry, though. That's such a bummer. I had a con I wanted to go to the next few months, but it just doesn't look like I'll be able to make it. I want to eat a wet floral foam block so badly. I do not. I cannot, once again, cannot relate. It's the flamel symbol from FMA. Yo, that's so cool. I love that. I want to get some more nerdy anime tattoos. I want to get probably an Inuyasha tattoo. I want to get a Digimon tattoo. I can't decide. I want to get the one of the crests. I was thinking like maybe behind one of my ears, just like a little thing. I was thinking I was thinking the coaster of courage. The coaster of courage or the coaster of hope. One of those two. But I don't know yet. That's a ways off. Jelly, hello. Hi. Good to see you. How you doing? Friend that took me to the studio has a whole Disney sleeve. Nice. I want to get like a sleeve of like I want to get like an aesthetic sleeve of like maybe not like a full sleeve, but I do want like a sort of like wrist wrap piece with like like vines, maybe like vines and like a snake or something. Just something that kind of like comes around my arm and swirls around it in a nice aesthetically pleasing way that just sort of comes down onto my hand. But I do have some UV tattoos on my hands here, so I have to be careful about not covering those, because I have here and here I have the eyes from the that are on the talismans for the medicine seller in Mononoke. I love ornamental tattoos. They're my favorite. Digimon would you have as a partner? I don't. But like one of my favorite Digimon was like, I guess maybe I think it's Kokomon, because I really love. Oh, it's one of the forms that I think unless I'm misremembering. No, I think Kokomon is like the main the one that turns into the main Digimon. Hold on, give me 1 second. We have the technology. I can find the name. Okay, so the Digimon that I was thinking of is Antilamon, which is the evil, like, holy beast Digimon that shows up in the Digimon movie, the very same that is prefaced by the Angela Anaconda animation. Okay, so it evolves from Wendigomon, which evolves from Lopmon. Oh, okay. Okay, it was Kokomon. I was right. Okay, so I think Kokomon, Lopmon, all those. Mainly just because I always thought Antilamon was really, really cool. So I'm playing for the end game. Playing for the end game, friend. If I want to get into Mononoke, where do I start? Okay, so Mononoke was originally part of he showed up as a character in, what was it called? A Black Cat Archives or something like that. Something. He showed up as basically like a side character in like a 3-episode arc, and then they made like a full show about him. And so there's that. There's the show that's like a 3, what is it? Most of the arcs are like 3 episodes. And then there's the movie. I think there's only 1 movie out so far, but I think there's plans for more. But just the series. You don't have to start with like the prequel or like the original series that he showed up in. I've never watched that personally. I should. I need to, but yeah. So just the show is fine. I'm not sure exactly where. To be clear, you're going to be confused no matter what going into the series. It's like one of those series to a lesser degree. It's like what's the other one? Bakemonogatari. Like that whole sort of Monogatari series, like all of those just going in, it just sort of doesn't matter where you go in. Same with the Fate series, you're gonna be confused. So the Mononoke show, that's more just the nature of the show, more so than the amount of material, though, like Fate and the others. But yeah, so that one. Just the show is a good start. The movie, I had conflicted feelings about the movie. I think there was like one thing, so just a heads up if you don't want, I won't say any like big spoilers, just like little things. Overall, I loved the movie. Like, it was great. Super happy to see Mononoke back. But I think it was like, there were a few things that were sort of, like, he did an attack at one point, and he had, like, a named anime attack that he did to the villain or something. And I was like, this feels unnecessary. I didn't need Mononoke to be this anime. Yeah, so it was just sort of like, there was a little bit of the vagueness, I feel like, that was maybe not in, like, an important way, but just, like, little things like that where I was like, oh, okay. But overall, loved the movie. Super glad to see it back. I think it's coming back for a trilogy. So so Wolf, to be clear, just because this is a point of confusion with the Mononoke anime a lot, and I should have clarified to start. So Mononoke, there's Princess Mononoke from Studio Ghibli. And then there's a show called Mononoke, which is about totally different thing. It's about a medicine seller, for those who are not familiar with it, who goes around being sort of vaguely ominous and fixing demon problems. So, and it recently got a movie, so some people might be just familiar with it from the newer movie. But yeah. It's like, it's one of those things where whenever I try to look up anything about Mononoke, my primary relation with the word is with the anime series rather than the Studio Ghibli movie, so I forget and I get jump scared every time I go to look it up. Which is the same problem I have with Shuten Doji. Whenever I look him up from Onmyoji, because I always forget Shuten Doji and Ibaraki Doji. Definitely in Fate, and Fate is definitely more popular than Onmyoji, so I always forget I have to specify. I start looking up Shuten Doji or Ibaraki Doji, and I'm very different characters than I'm expecting. Could have used some help with the demon problems in Princess Mononoke. I have something to admit. I've never actually watched Princess Mononoke. I haven't seen probably 80 to 85% of the Ghibli movies. I need to watch them. I need to get on that. Yeah. Been on my watch list for a while. Is this my sign to watch it? It absolutely is. So I think the 2 shows that people should watch back to back are Mononoke and Mushishi. Pick whichever one is the vibe you need at that time, and by the time you're done with that show, the other one will be the vibe that you need. You'll either be so shaken up from Mononoke's craziness that you're like, I need the peace of Mushishi, or after like the length of Mushishi and like all of the calming vibes, you're just like, I'm ready to tackle the world. I'm serene. It's a good combo in my opinion. Have you seen Dungeon Meshi? So I've seen a very small amount of it. I haven't seen as much as I would like, but I've seen a lot of fan art of it. I want to, watch the entirety of that. I haven't gotten through a lot lately, and now lately I've been distracted with putting old shows on my CRT. I put Inuyasha Fire on the Mystic Island on my TV last night. Dungeon Meshi got so much fan art so fast. People love Fat Man nowadays. That's the meta. And people like just the fan art interpretations of Laos were just so good. So good. I haven't watched a lot of anime recently, but I did watch Dungeon Meshi when it came out, and it was super good. Yeah. Like, for all the jokes about Laos and stuff, like it legitimately looks very good. It looks my beautiful fat transgender boyfriend. Go off, King. Well, let me... Next, the terms you are making me add to my auto mod. I'm a queen. Sorry, queen. I just be using king for everyone. But you got it, queen. You're looking so cozy. Thank you. I be trying. Got my my strawberry milk and my Oreo loft house. Yeah, I haven't, like I said, I haven't really kept up with much anime or anything at all recently. Ugh. I got a hair in my mask. Very uncomfortable. Yeah, so I've been... no idea what I was just saying. Why was fat auto-modded? Fat people are so good. It was the combination of, like, fat transgender. I think that's generally maybe not a term that's used... it's probably used in a negative sense more often than a positive sense, at least in the past. So it's probably just something automod keeps in their bank. But yeah, I haven't... Oh, I think I was just saying something about like I haven't watched like hardly any anime lately at all. I want to catch up on stuff, but again, I've just been obsessed with the vibes of putting Yu Yu Hakusho and Inuyasha on my TV. I found out. So I thought that Inuyasha was available on DVD and Blu-ray. Because by the time it came out in the US, it sort of wasn't... They just missed like the time where it would have come out on VHS. So this mask does not want to stay where I want it. There we go. So by the time it would have come out on in America, the VHS thing, it just kind of missed that. But apparently it did come out on VHS in Japan. And I believe, I could be wrong, but I think Japanese and US VHSs are compatible, like, because some of them are, I think like some older technology used to be like region locked in weird ways, and I think VCRs were one of them. But yeah, so I want to order the VHS series for Inuyasha so bad. I think there's a few seasons of it. I can only find like the first season on eBay, but it's very expensive though. It's quite expensive. So that's a later treat. There's plenty to go around, it seems, so I'm not in any rush. Oh. Behind the scenes. There we go. We're back. I despawned for a second. I used to find VHS Inuyashas all the time years ago. Oh, really? I was not aware it ever came out on VHS here. I could be wrong. I haven't looked that hard into it. 2 Salem streams, I know. It's fucking insane. How's that allowed? It's illegal. Autobot's been on my ass recently. Yeah, it's just funny because a lot of the way queer people talk nowadays is how do you put this? How queer people were talked at some years ago. So I think Automod is a little behind the times. Yeah, so that's one I've been wanting to get. I had a phone call. What are we on now? It's talking about Inuyasha VHSs. And then Taiko said 2 Salem streams. If there was anything else, it's gone. I played oh wait, hold on, I missed a message. Well, I missed a lot of messages, but I was in the middle of reading one. Played an Hachiyone in Arena on Tuesday, and now I feel him calling to me like the fucking Goblin Mask. That's so funny. Every once, it doesn't happen to me very often. It's literally like once every like few months maybe I'll have the urge to play somebody other than Briar for like one match. Like, I enjoy playing people like in ARAMs and stuff, playing other champs and everything, but like if I'm going into a norm or something, it's like I'm just playing Briar. Whereas like again, once every few months it'll be like, and it's mostly like really stupid shit. It'll be like, hey, I want to try Aurelian Soul Jungle, which I still believe in. I still think there's something there. Does anybody else? Is there actually? Hey, probably not. As queers, we reclaim not only the words, but the whole speech pattern. Really kind of did. Again, I think if you took like a 2025 queer person and like put them in a 2018 queer person conversation, I don't know that would go well. I think you could probably even take the same person and put them in a conversation with themselves. Oh no, my light died. Hold on, I need to adjust. I didn't realize it was going to die that fast. Okay. Slightly less cozy vibes, but oh, actually we can fix that too. A little better. A little out of focus though. There we go. I suddenly feel colder. Yeah, it's because I had a warm light on and I have another cool light over here. I have a lot of lights on right now. I want to be clear, like, I think, like, this is something I struggled with for a long time, where people, like, hop on stream and it's like, oh, how did, like, everything looks, like, you know, pretty well lit and everything. Is that just normal? Is that just how things should look? To be clear, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lights? I could have 8 lights on right now. But I have 7 lights on, or had 7 lights, now I have 6 lights. So it's like, I don't know. I always want to note that, just because I feel like sometimes, like, I remember being like trying to set up like IRL camera streams and being like, why doesn't this look good? It doesn't matter what I do, it doesn't look good. And it's just like truly the answer, I think, for like getting camera stuff to look good, just add more lights. Add more lights and move them around till it looks good. What's it like to have 8 lights? I think we have maybe 12 in our whole house. It's fucking hot. It's so hot. I'm anemic and it's hot. I'm not gonna lie, I think it stems from how many homophobes are just closeted queers, no proof or research. I just feel like I'm right. But that's also because that's what happened to me. Yeah, I mean, I could see that. Like, I think it's probably a combination of things. I think it's also maybe like a lot of it's sort of like the cockroach effect, where people have like, it's maybe not exactly like what you would think for the cockroach effect, but it's just like people have like tried to kill everyone, like Well, not try to kill everyone. That was dramatic. Hold on, let me roll that back. That came out of my mouth real fast. They tried to. That was in reference to cockroaches, where it's just like they tried to kill all of the cockroaches, and like they just wouldn't die and came back meaner, and that feels like what's happened with a lot of the queer people nowadays that were nicer in 2018. The cockroach population, yeah. To be clear, only queers are allowed to refer to other queers as cockroaches. If you're not a queer person, you cannot call queer people cockroaches. Oh, we're gonna put that on the no-go list. All right. Like I said, it's so hot. I'm gonna take another bite of my cookie and breathe oxygen for a second with some milk. I'm not gonna breathe the milk, I promise. Ugh, fresh, cool air. My bug-shaped friend group. Yeah. I think if you're not queer, you can call your queer friends bug-shaped. Because they like that. But that's about as close as you can get. Trying to roachify my BF while he tries to fix me. It's crazy. I will say that was, I do think that was maybe somewhat similar to my, previous relationship dynamic too. Not in the fixing, but my, I'm a very uptight person. I need to be roachified a little bit. Oh, to be bug-shaped, I know. No. Strawberry milk, it's so fucking hot in here. 8 lights is too many lights. 6 lights is too many lights. Oh, that was not as much milk as I thought it was gonna be. And it's also not even cold anymore. It's been here for not that long. 40 minutes. Which is long. It was like ice cold. It should still be chilly. It's not. Sad. Tell me regicide is good on Briar. I can tell you that next. We will make you worse. Thank you, I appreciate it. I've started the journey. I think I've got a good start. I think regicide is okay on Briar. Everybody love Hemomancer's Helm on Briar, and I think it's bad. I think people overhype it. I think it's good on people like Swain, who have like consistent like AoE lifesteal. But the lifesteal on Briar, it's just like, just from Hemomancer's Helm alone, I don't think it's enough to really add like a significant amount of sustain. It's just better to go damage and then heal more off of more damage rather than going Hemomancer's Helm. And those are my Briar thoughts. Being a League player will expedite the roach process. Can I be so real? That's like kind of why I like League. It like unlocks me. It's like I needed to be made worse. I was like, not in that I was good, but just in that I was like, I needed to be a human person, and I wasn't allowing myself to be that for, again, say perhaps 15 years. That does some bad things to a person. I may have to take a break to go grab a drink. Also, just for anybody who didn't see it earlier, I just want to show my mask again, because it's very fun and on brand. with not necessarily for me, but just for the content I've been making. Any bug champs in League? There are. There's Kha'Zix. Lovely mask, thank you. I was gonna wear. I kind of like had originally put this outfit together to wear with my like Catholic imagery sort of mask. But that one, when I used it yesterday, I was listening back to the VOD yesterday, and it's just like there's like an echo to it. And once I can figure out what frequency that like buzz is at, and I can kind of cut that out and make it sound less disgusting, then I'm gonna go ahead and do that. But until then, the good boy mask. I have a couple others. I think I have a cow print mask. That actually would have been cute for today, because I think I have a pink cow print one. And I could have that with my strawberry milk. Cho'Gath is close enough to a bug. I think Cho'Gath counts. Skarner, true. Love your recent content, so cozy. I'm glad, Onyx, thank you so much. I'm glad you like it. It's been a little experimental, but I've been having fun. Cho'Gath feels bug-coded. Yeah, Jelly, I agree. Since when did people call Cho'Gath just Cho? I've shortened it for... Oh, I don't know if I picked that up as a habit of... I think I'm peeking my mic here and there. Sorry about that. But I picked the habit up from people around me, I'm sure. But it's just... I think just easier to call him Cho. It's just shorter. But I guess I could see, like, with, like, Kha'Zix, we don't do that, or anything, or Rek'Thai. We don't shorten it to, like, Cog or Rek. I don't even call him Cho anymore. It's Big Steppa. The way I have the sound in my head is like, so, okay. You guys know that whole, like, soundboard feature that Discord added? I'm very sound sensitive. That's like my thing is I'm not light sensitive. I love having 8 lights on at a time. If there's an unexpected noise, I'm gonna scream. Especially if it's like it's not just unexpected. It's like unexpected and loud, or like loud and constant are really tough for me. So Discord added this fucking soundboard feature, and I was like, what the? What do you mean? So, and then they didn't add a way to automatically disable it right away either. So, I was just having to like manually go in and like mute people's soundboards, but every once in a while Discord would like re-unmute them. And so then like out of nowhere, this Big Steppa soundboard is just Big Steppa. And I think, and it's like a brain tingle sound now, but I can't do it as like a good sound from like the soundboard. It's just I have to play it in my head because I can't get jump scared by it. Kha'Zix get English. Kha'Zix gets called K6 usually. Oh, I didn't know that. I don't think I've ever seen that. But I also don't see many Kha'Zixes, and I don't play with any Kha'Zixes, so... Hating the idea of living near a train track, absolutely. Could not. I live somewhat near one, but it's very infrequently used, so it's not a problem. But, and even that, I don't think would really be the issue. That's not uncomfortably loud. It's just, and even concerts, like, concerts can be bad. I usually have to wear, like, earplugs for them, but even that is not so much the issue. Like, it's more stuff that's constant, like in a way of like, I don't listen to stuff with like heavy constant beats a lot because it really like, it just feels like pounding to me in a bad way. And I was going somewhere with this. Oh, so it's like stuff like sirens, like tornado sirens and stuff. Oh my god, like if there's like a tornado siren in like a game or something and it's just like constant, I can't. It'll drive me nuts. Still in the day job trenches, but stream works, so I can at least listen in. Oh, I'm glad you could listen in next. Thank you for stopping by. Looks great. Outfit looks great as always. Thank you. Just got a Red Bull banner after this stream. That feels incorrect. It feels less incorrect than I think it used to. My neighborhood's right next to a train track. Does cargo and passenger trains every single day. Oh, yeah, I think that's too much, I can see. Oh, at 2 a.m. Awful. Yeah, see, the thing is, I'm used to like a very infrequently used train track, so it's not too much of a problem, but that sounds unpleasant. Yeah, and then I was thinking about, there's something else. When I was talking about my VHSs. Oh, other like, I was trying to think like other retro stuff. My PS2, I've been working on getting that fixed as well. And so I'm trying. I accidentally ordered the wrong part for it because I didn't realize there was a difference in so the PS2 has like, or the PS2 Slim has like 7+ different models, and I didn't realize how many there were. So I thought I knew the one that I had, and I did not. And so when I do ever watch Technology Connection, sorry to interrupt myself because I do, and I love that channel so much. I talk about my family, like my family by proxy, I think hates that channel because I talk about like the dishwasher info so much. I was like enamored by the dishwasher videos. Oh, what did I interrupted myself from something. Can't remember what it was. Let's see. Oh, my PS2. So I was trying to fix that, and I ordered the wrong part. So now I think I've ordered the right part, but everybody online is like, well, this is a console that was manufactured 20+ years ago. So, you know, finding new parts for it is it's not easy. And so a lot of the parts you can order are secondhand or questionable, or so it's just sort of buy the one that fits and pray. But I need to replace I think it's the drive deck in my PS2 because the discs don't spin at all. And there's like a trick everybody says, like put pressure on these 2 points because it'll activate some switches that'll make your disc spin. And that's literally what every single person's solution to the issue that I have is, and it definitely does not fix my issue. Consoles are a level of separation from my daily computer life that my autism cannot abide. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I can hear myself speaking the mic. Let me turn this down just a little bit. There we go. Now when I get a little more excited, I shouldn't be making any unpleasant noises. Maybe you want to do your next weekday stream in the afternoon so I can fully stay in chat so bad. I know, I wish, but unfortunately it's just like I have to sort of schedule like all of my recording and streaming and stuff around like A, when there's no noise, B, when there's not many people around, like just it's sort of constraints that are outside of my control, which is a bit frustrating after having lived on my own for a while, and now I'm back, you know, with some constraints, and now I'm like, I wanna live on my own again. I wanna have my own place. I want my schedule to be my own. Which, to be clear, very thankful for, you know, being able to live where I do, but just, you know, whatever the reverse of a silver lining is. Finding the negatives and the positives. Weekends are unfortunately like some of the worst time. The rusted lining, yeah. it's sort of the silver lining, but it's sort of from the sky's perspective rather than the cloud. It's the encroachment of the clouds rather than the showing of the sky. But yeah, I know it's like my hours are like so weird and constrained. Like I said, it's like I can only. I wish I had more time that was free to, make stuff as I pleased, but just not the situation, unfortunately. But I am getting I'm getting a battery for my what is it? My JVC Super VHS camera in today. So I should be able to take that out. The battery it had was like the original battery from like 2000 and whatever, 2002, maybe earlier. Maybe late 90s, but so I have the original battery for it, and it actually still works. It still holds a decent charge, but not a great charge. So I've been trying to get a new battery for it to be able to take it out. I want to try and do some on-location stuff, and just being able to like film stuff from different angles in my room, because I have a DC connector for it, so I can like hook it up and constantly record, but like that actually causes some audio noise, which is not great. So I don't like having it plugged in that way, and also like having to have it plugged in kind of constrains the angles. So no work, can't come in today. Favorite streamer streaming today. Oh, no, you don't have to do that, but the idea is appreciated. But I know it's tempting to do that stuff though. Hey, every once in a while, you get a personal day. It's been so long since I've seen a Salem stream. Oh my gosh, that sugar just like burned my throat. Alright, I do have to go get a drink in a second because I'm old and that like took me out for a second. But yeah, well, it's been so long since I've streamed. My first stream back for nearly a year now was yesterday. Funny enough, oh my gosh, I almost forgot. So you guys, so I checked my Twitch notifications, and there was one that was like, hey, you have a streamer anniversary coming up, and it was like in 4 days, and that was no, it was in 2 days, and it was 4 days ago. This was yesterday when I saw it, and so I missed my streamer anniversary by 1 day, but I had no idea about it. I was like, that's crazy that I did it 1 day off. Like, that I even got that close was insane. But it makes sense, because it was, what, January, February, March? Yeah, so when I'm just trying to count, like, the years. 3 years? I think 3. Pop in when I can. Then, since your hours are still a bit restrained. Yeah, it's just the whole thing of living with other people is more constraining than I was hoping it would be. But we all get along great and everything, you know. It's just a matter of I just need silence to be able to record. That's probably the most troublesome part. I've actually considered like going out in my car and going to like one of the parks like outside of my town at night and just like recording in my car there, but that also makes me a little nervous. Makes me a little nervous. Stream yesterday started right before I went to work, and I was like, yeah, I can't go in today. Cubers is streaming. Well, I appreciate that. You don't have to... hey, the VODs are always there. But, thank you. Yeah, it's just... I wish I had more free hours one day again, hopefully soon. One day for sure, of course, but alright, I gotta go grab some liquids and I'll be right back. Ugh. Alright, so we're back. I've got my water, which I actually have water for once, which is crazy, I know. But yeah, cause I think I was talking about this yesterday, where I've been trying not to drink soda so much, just cause it wasn't necessarily like I was like having any health issues or gaining weight from it or anything like that. It was just I was sucking it down so fast that I was like, this has to be unhealthy. Like, I used to be able to like limit myself to like 2 cans a day, but my self-control has withered. So now it's like I'll get a 12-pack and be gone like 2 or 3 days. But hey, it's hydration, right? It's not good. Soda's such a weakness for me. Yeah, I know. It's like, if that was the only thing that I was drinking, you know, then I would be like, or in terms of not the only thing I was drinking, but I mean, if that was like my one unhealthy vice, then it would be fine. But it's like in Japan, I actually probably drank more soda in Japan than I did when I was in the US, but like the year prior, when I had already started trying to cut down, just because my like eating habits already ended up being sort of so healthy by nature. Just the food I had easy access to and stuff was healthier. I had control over what I was stocking in my fridge, so I can make sure I was shopping healthier. So now it's like, yeah, like I'm drinking like a lot of soda, but then there's also like the cookies and the food generally isn't very good, and I tend to eat like sugary cereal for breakfast, so it's just like it's too much, so I have to cut down on like the really bad stuff. Fruit juice and sparkling water is actually not a bad idea. I might have to try that. Oh, I have like a cramp in my lower back right now. Ow. Old people moment. I can't with sparkling water. I am not a Perrier apologist, but I do like the idea of it with some juice, sort of improv soda. Because I used to get lemon lime flavored sparkling water, and I would drink that like at my cosmetology school that I went to, because they technically only allowed water like on the on your station, but they didn't say anything about flavored water, and that shit tasted like Sprite. So little 17-year-old me was like, I'm basically bringing soda in. Emotional support root beer. I know, but I need to save my emotional support for the times it's really needed. Is a Salem with a different mask? Yeah, it's a. Let's see if my good boy mask. I like the spicy water. Hard for me to drink the amount of regular water I need in a day. Yeah, I can see like the appeal of it just being water, but special. But to me, it's special in a bad way. This is such like a weird area to get a cramp in too. It's just like a random spot in my back. It's like beer that hates you. I would argue that beer is like beer that hates you. Okay, yeah, same brain. Yeah, beer is already beer that hates you. Yep, 100%, exactly. All of us agreeing immediately that beer also hates you. I remember my first experience with drinking beer was by accident when I was like 9. And I thought I was grabbing a Pepsi. And like it was like an open drink that was like next to a family member's beer, and I accidentally grabbed their beer, and I just like I didn't like it. It wasn't good. And so to this day, I think now because of that like imprint, I just don't think I will ever like beer because the memory of it tastes bad. I've tried a little bit, but I really just can't drink alcohol anymore. I've tried, and it's like, I've never been a big fan of alcohol, but I used to drink maybe once or twice a year, you know, a special occasion. But, and I was always like, I wouldn't call it a social drinker. I think that kind of has a different connotation, but I was like, I would drink in a social situation. But, like, oh my gosh. There we go. But it was like, you know, it's always, like, sort of weird me out when people say, like, they just drink for, like, the flavor. Because I'm like, if I'm drinking, it's to feel the effect. The flavor, bad. It's not good. I'm not trying to fool myself. And, you know, I'm sure it does maybe taste good, the whole acquired taste for other people, but for me, But, nowadays, I can't even, like, I used to be able to, like, sip on a drink, or I could have a few drinks. I was kind of a lightweight, so I never had much, but, now it's like, I get, like, sick, like, after, like, a few sips. It's like gross. I feel really bad. So I'm sure there's some sort of intolerance or something that's developed, but I got some like weak little like box wine, something or other, to like have with me and a friend. We're just sort of having a night, and I took like a few sips, and it was not, and I was like immediately like, this isn't agreeing with me. I don't like this. And you know, I've tried all the stuff that's supposed to be like good for sensitive stomachs and all that, and I don't like the taste. Like, the feeling is fine. I don't love it, but it's just not worth it to me. Like, it makes me sick. The next morning it makes me really sick because I always get hangovers. I always get bad hangovers. So the whole experience is just never worth it. Some fruity wines I drink for the flavor, but most is not worth it. Yeah, I think once you start getting into stuff that's like 2 to 5% alcohol. It can be like for the flavor. And like for me, I think there, you know, there's still like, I would never choose to drink a non-alcoholic drink, or I would never choose to drink an alcoholic drink over a non-alcoholic drink that tasted the same, if not for like the buzz of it. But I feel like some people try to like say like that's not what it's for, but to me, I would not do that because I think alcohol is bitter and I don't like the taste. You do have easy hangover energy, yeah. I can mitigate it somewhat, you know, ibuprofen, water, just drinking gallons of water. But it's never good. It's never fine. Acquired taste is such a stupid concept. Yeah, there's like some things I've come around to, but it's more like, what was it? The other day, I had like a random craving for like slightly spicy food, which would not be spicy by anybody else's standards, but I'm a baby. And I had like a random craving for spicy food, and I don't like spicy food. I've never liked spicy food. So if it's something like that, where you're like, suddenly I think I like the taste of this, like that's different. But I think like the idea of an acquired taste of like of just eating something until you like it, even though you don't like it, like beer, for example. I think a lot of people do that with, just because it's like, you know, especially with the heteronormative masculinity thing, to sound extra woke, of just like, well, my dad drinks beer and all his friends drink beer, so like I should drink beer like that, or what, you know, that sort of effect. Like, so even though it's gross, people just still keep drinking it because they're supposed to. I don't think acquired taste works with things that you dislike in the first place. More like something you think is just okay to start growing on you more. Yeah, I could see that, but I think it's just like, if anything, I guess if you have to eat it more often or something, I don't know. I've never personally had the experience of an acquired taste, I don't think, outside of like the sudden spicy food interest thing, and even that was like one-off, like not a consistent thing. Alright, I do think I probably gotta start heading off soon, though I know it's another shorter stream. But once again, my throat's starting to feel a little dry again. It's been a while. And I do be getting on and just like talking nonstop for like an hour straight, which I haven't done in a while. But yeah, so I think we'll probably finish up there. I did totally forget yesterday. I forget you can raid people. I forget raiding people is a thing. So we are going to do that today. So let's see who's online. You're all lucky I had other topics that I came up with while I was... Sorry, I'm trying to see who's going. Well, I had other topics that came up in conversation, because one of the topics that I was going to talk about was I like to write stuff down just in case my brain goes blank. I have something, but one of the things I wrote down was just talking about the Briar versus Briar Logan Jungle tournament, which sounds insane, and I cannot wait to see more info about it. But I could go on for like 20 minutes about that, so I'm not going to, but I could have, and that's the bullet that we've all dodged together. So, we've got... Kota is streaming. They're doing art. So I think let's head over that way because it looks like they just started. Alright, so we're gonna go raid Coda and say hello. So thank you everybody for stopping by. It was good to see you all. I'll blow it for another time perhaps. Yeah, for sure. It's still, hey, it's still in there. Locked and loaded. But good to see you here again. First time in a long while. Same to you. Thank you so much for stopping by. And I will see you guys later. Have a good one. Good night, good morning, good afternoon, good time zone as usual. Let's see. Alright, so we're gonna get this raid set up. Sorry, I've forgotten how all of this works a little bit. I'm rusty. Alright, thank you so much for coming everybody. Bye bye. Bye bye.